Hey guys, so welcome to the SFN Show. I'm really excited today to have Andrew Tracey here, founder of The Nomad Way, and you are notyourgymmembership.com. So Andy, great to have you on the show, mate. Thanks for coming down.
Thank you for inviting me.
Good to see you again. So basically today I just wanted to talk about like you and your brand and what you do. You've got a pretty busy life.
Yeah.
I follow you on Instagram, that's how we met. We had some little Instagram wars going on.
Yes, we did.
Competitions. And ever since then, you know, obviously I follow you, you've got a big following. And yeah, I just want to talk about, first of all, what you do every day and kind of the training you do and why you do it. So talk a little bit about your background in health and fitness. So where did you sort of start coming into the industry and when did you realise that you actually really liked training?
Yeah, I wasn't really into any sort of competitive or team sports or anything when I was younger, which I find the guys like yourself who I meet have got like a rugby background or a football background, but I wasn't really into fitness. I was quite athletic, I was quite sort of a spry, you know, I was always doing something, but never really into anything organised. When I was 16, 17, just left school, didn't really know what I was doing. I took a job in a bodybuilding gym. And
that was fun.
Yeah, no, it was great. And I sort of owe kind of everything I've got, everything I've done in fitness to working there. And I just absolutely fell in love with it. And I would just be there from dusk to dawn. And I would just chat to everyone and just try and absorb all the knowledge I could. And I started taking courses at that point because I thought, you know, this is what I want to do. But we're going back sort of more than 10 years now. And I'm from a reasonably small town, so there was only really there were like 2 PTs, there was one commercial gym, and it wasn't huge. You know, you didn't have places like this at the time. So I was probably one of like 4 PTs in the whole town at the time.
And then you've got quite like a busy. So you're part of the family business. As far as I'm aware, you've got like a structural business. You put up sort of mini stadiums in different bits. So you kind of, because that's a busy lifestyle, darting around the country. That's how the roots of your brand, you know, sort of the Nomad Way and everything else kind of started. So you didn't have like a place to train as such. So you chucked stuff in the van and off you went, and you used it. So sort of like, how did that all sort of start?
I was working in commercial gyms in London, and I found myself really sort of burnt out with it. It was very, I didn't really feel like I was enjoying the industry as much as I had before, and I kind of found that I didn't want to learn or go to seminars and stuff, which was something I was always into, and I thought, I prefer the love of fitness to actually earning a wage in fitness at this moment in time. So I left you know, working in a commercial gym setting, and I started working in the events industry. It's kind of just on the off chance. It's something my dad had done for years, so I just, you know, didn't think much of it. But I got in at a really good time. I got in during the Olympics, and I managed to create like a really good network, got a good name for myself in the events industry. Coming out the other end of that, I started my own business, and I was fortunate enough to be able to employ my brothers. So it's a family business. Which is
on the go. On the go. I've seen a telescopic handler coming in with rings hanging off it.
That's it. So I just, you know, I'm working from sort of, alarm goes off at 4:30 in the morning. You know, if we're traveling, we're up and down. I'm still asleep at 4:30. I'll give you that. I'm not on the road till 5. But
I do admit, I come onto my Instagram. I sort of come on in the morning. I look at your story is always there. And you've been up for like an hour or an hour and a half before me, and I'm like, oh, you know, that's
probably,
pretty serious.
In terms of social media, that's actually something I'm actually really consistent with. Is like 6 a.m. post, do a 6 a.m. post. I'm pretty relaxed with the rest of it. But so a lot of times I won't even go home. I'll be staying at hotels. If I do go home, I'm not getting home till sort of 9, 10 o'clock at night. And for the first while, I didn't train. I didn't train at all. I
bet you felt quite sluggish, and
I felt like, but you make excuses, and they're excuses everyone else makes as well. Like, well, I haven't got time, and it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy because you don't then try and find time.
That's the big thing. Nowadays, people have got busy lifestyles and they're out and around, and you know, they're social media and everything else. Is people are busy. So you know, having the option to train wherever you are or for a short period of time is important. And I guess this kind of training is where you brought on your new website, which is youarenotyourgymmembership.com. That's where this started from as well?
Yeah, I mean, that's my ethos, is when I realised, I was like, well, hold on, Andrew, like, you're a qualified PT, you know, you love this industry, you're up to date on all the methods, all the principles. There's no excuse for you not to be adaptive.
Sure.
And that's kind of where You Are Not Your Gym membership came about, because I look at it and people see see it as a kind of go to the gym or don't go to the gym, and that's their fitness. You know, and I say that if you define your fitness as 3 to 4 hours a week in the gym, you're missing out on so much, because then when you can't make the gym, you don't do fitness. And it's, you know, you and I both know that it's so much bigger than that. There's so much more you can do if you apply the principles.
Definitely.
You know,
so you still obviously, going back to principles then, so you still obviously, you've got your different types of training, you still obviously educated on the principles and what you're doing, and then you apply them in the way and in the environment you're in. So whether it be strength training, or whether it be sort of hypertrophy work or conditioning, you're doing a lot of running recently, so you just try and kind of build in as and when you can.
100%. So I just, you know, I look at it like, it's easy to look and say, oh, you know, this is bodybuilding, this is done in a gym, this is strength and conditioning, this is done in the gym, this is running, this is done outside. But when you actually break it down to the principles, actually I need to do 4 or 5 sets of 8 to 10 reps of an exercise,
which is going to challenge you.
That's my hypertrophy range. Then you can look at it and go, well, why can't I do that with a kettlebell? Why can't I do that with handstand press-ups and things like that? And once you break the principles down, it actually becomes really easy to adapt to your own surroundings and you know, make it work for you.
Well, it's also, I mean, like, your content's really engaging, and it gives people ideas, I think, constantly about, you know, different types of workouts you can do. And I see at the minute you're doing quite a lot of different WODs, you know, workout the days and stuff like that. But another thing which you know always brings a bit of excitement is you bring in these different like rules and stuff to your eating habits. And at the minute, well, you've got this burger eating challenge going on.
30-day burger tour.
30-day burger, So tell me a bit about that. So it's just kind of like you thought, right, let's just eat burgers every day, or?
Yeah, I can't remember. I think it started a few years ago. I can't even remember why it came around. I was like, in November, I'm just gonna have a burger every single night for dinner. And I'm probably more heavily into nutrition than I am actually into training, in terms of the workshops that I attend, that sort of thing, the education I look into, but I'm very much a believer in the 80-20 principle. So, you know, try and get 80% of your food from good whole food sources, blah, blah, blah.
And then have that 20%.
Find that 20% that keeps you on track and keeps you sustainable.
You earn it as well, because the amount of training you do, like every time, like again, I go on your profile, do you have any days off, or?
Training, the way I look at it is I program my workouts. But I don't program like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday sort of split. I'll just write, you know, this is what I'm going to do this month. And I just work my way through it. And what I tend to do is just let the rest days fall where they may. So there might be a day that's a seriously exhausting day on site, a lot of manual labour. It might be 14, 16, 17, 18 hours. And on that day, I'm just like, you know what, I'm not going to train. So
have the time off. Have a bit
and then tomorrow, go at 8 again. So I don't look at it like Tuesday is lower day. I just look at it like this is the workout I've got to do next. And then I don't really feel like I'm ever playing catch up. And the days off kind of feel a lot more natural then. I'm like, okay, this is what I'm doing tomorrow.
So for our viewers that are watching, and for your followers and everything else, is there one kind of sort of tip or kind of a piece of advice in terms of equipment that you would purchase if you are out and about and struggling for a gym membership, or you're on the go? Is there 3 bits of equipment that you would focus on buying?
Yeah, 100%. I would start with gymnastics rings.
Gymnastics rings?
Yeah, because
can go up anywhere.
Can go up anywhere.
So versatile what you can do with them.
Yeah, I mean there really isn't a lot of exercises you can't recreate.
You can go through from beginners all the way through to
and
advanced
just
stuff.
Absolutely endless progressions. And anyone who says bodyweight training is easy is not doing it right, are they? Yeah, we both know that.
And bands.
Yep, just such a
bands.
Quick and easy way to add resistance. Not only that, but help with regressions. They don't only add resistance, but can add assistance, which is really important, especially when you're just starting out.
And then kettlebell. Obviously, most people look at kettlebell and go think, right, you can only do swings with kettlebells, but that's false, because there's a lot of things you can do with kettlebells.
100%. The same as with the rings. There's not a lot of exercises you can't recreate. And like we spoke about earlier, when you look at movements as opposed to exercises, I try and break down my programming. And when I do programming for other people, I'll say overhead press or vertical press. Instead of saying barbell press, machine press, I'm going to say overhead press. So then you're looking at it in terms of the kit you've got. So instead of thinking, okay, I need to be doing a barbell clean and press, you can adapt that to a kettlebell clean and press. You can do you know, if you're brave, you can do it on the rings, or you can just do a handstand press up. But yeah, I definitely look at it more in terms of the movement patterns than the actual exercises, and then you can apply them to these, you know, just these 3 bits of kit. And I always say to people, there's no program in the world you can't recreate with those that you know that little trifecta.
I think this like kind of look in on how you can use this equipment is what. So, sort of, I've seen you've published stuff in the main publications, and you've covered for Men's Fitness magazine. So, do they pick you up on your kind of different take on the industry and how you can train? Is that how it kind of relates to you about?
Yeah, most probably. Yeah, I'd like to think that it's. I've got a kind of different take on things, and people possibly say it's a no excuses thing, but I don't really look at it like that. I find that a really sort of strange thing to say, because sometimes excuses are more than valid. But for guys who are in a similar position, guys and girls who are in a similar position to me, they're hard on time. They can't always get to a gym. They don't want to go to the gym. I would say maybe that's my, what's the word, like appeal would be that. And I've just been fortunate enough that some really great publications have asked me to sort of get on board and write some stuff for them to spread the message.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go through now a little bit of a workout walkthrough with some of the equipment that we've described, so the kettlebells, the bands and the rings, and just sort of show how people can regress and progress with these kinds of bits of equipment and go from there, mate. But awesome stuff.
Let's do it. Thank you.